All right, it's YJ Battle Rap AIP back in this bitch, man. And yesterday we got an announcement, well, official announcement, because Mook already announced it on Smoke. There's a podcast that he was battling Reed Dollaz on Summer Madness. So we got Murda Mook versus Reed Dollaz coming up. That should be nice. I think it's a good matchup because they both come from the same era. It's kind of a grudge match and whatnot. So it's definitely, I think it's going to be a good battle, actually. I think a lot of these new niggas from the caffeine era aren't going to fuck with the battle. And this battle is not for them. So I understand if they don't. But I will be tuned in and I will be watching. Cause I think the battle it could turn out to be a potential classic, and I'm gonna just put it like that. Cause they both kind of got that talk to you style, and I like that shit. Like niggas can punch back to back all they want to, but that talk to you style, like I'm still a fan of that. The caffeine era doesn't see a lot of it, and I hate that they don't, cause it kind of trains their mind to be like at this saturated point of battle rap where everybody just punches back to back, and I think it influences a lot of the other battlers. Like when they see Rum Nitty #1 on the app, it's like, and he's just strictly punches. Like it's just, I don't know, it's not a good look. But I do like this battle. I do think for Mook, his decision of taking Reed Dollaz is a safe decision for Mook in his eyes. But I mean, I watched today. I watched a little bit of Reed Dollaz versus T Rex, which I already seen the battle. Just going back to look at the shit, and I mean, that nigga Reed Dollaz, man, he got some shit. But for Lux, I think it is an easy. It's not. I won't say easy, but it's a safe battle. Cause I think everybody who's seen these two battlers on paper knows that Reed is not just gonna, like, it's not gonna be a cakewalk for Reed. Like, and for Mook, it's not gonna be a cakewalk, but it's also not gonna be the toughest challenge he's seen when it comes to uh, opponents, I should say. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be exciting. And to tell you the truth, we got Mook versus Reed coming up, but to tell you the truth, I'm waiting on that Calico versus Hitman. I think Calico versus Hitman. I'm anticipating that battle more than I'm anticipating Mook versus Reed. Just put it like that. So shouts out RBE, because that max out card looked like it's turning out to be pretty dope. So much respect to them over there. But yeah, man. There was also talks about this whole Drake situation where Drake talking about. I'm one thing I'm glad that I did hear from Drake is that the battle he wanted to see was Lux versus Daylyt, and I'm glad that I heard him say that, because it means to some extent Drake is keeping up with the culture to a certain extent. And that's good, because ultimately, I mean, he's what seems to be like an investor in battle rap at this point when it comes to caffeine and when it comes to URL TV. So that is exciting to see that he, being Drake, his #1 battle he wants to see is Loaded Lux versus Daylyt. And that ultimately is what a lot of people are calling the god tier pen, out of the pen rappers, what I call them. So, and that's all subjective, because let's be honest here. All right, and I'm gonna talk some shit real quick, and a lot of motherfuckers might not like what I'm about to say, but let's be honest here. Okay, when it comes to Loaded Lux and the rounds that he's been coming with, like really break down Loaded Lux like last 2 to 3 battles. Like really just break them down. When I go back and I watch these battles, he's throwing little love taps. He does all these little witty little lines that are like, they're like little love. I'm not even gonna call them jabs. Like If someone else was doing them, I would call them jabs. But they're these little, like, light little bars that it's just a bunch of little light little bars, and then he get to the last point punch, and if that punch don't hit, then it's like he did a lot of build up sometimes, and there's no reward at the end of it. It's like a lot of little love tag. And actually, I seen somebody else breaking this shit down about how Lux his writing style sometimes. It's like it's not going over heads. First off, it's not going over heads, and then when you just jabbing at somebody, you just like poking the nigga. Like you not. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but a lot of that shit, it kind of just be filler at the end of the day when you look at it. It's like he's saying something, but then he not really saying something. He just being clever type shit. Like, we know you can rap, bro, but we here for a battle. Like, knock the nigga head off one time. Like, I don't know, man. That's just how I be feeling sometimes when I watch Lux. Like, it's like, we know you great. We know you good. You the wizardry wordsmith of words and simile. Like, we know that shit, bro. Like, just come in here and battle and break down the opponent. Like it's like sometimes he spends so much time trying to make words sound cute together. Like I don't know, man. If anybody, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Anyway, so seeing that Lux first Daylyt, and when it come to Daylyt, let me get on Daylyt ass for a minute, cause a lot of the times when Daylyt do the same fucking shit, but hey, I can't even fucking lie though. Daylyt in that Tay Rock battle, he was saying some shit. Like, I think Daylyt, when it comes to like all that, how I broke down Lux style, I think some of that applies to Daylyt, but I think Daylyt, the way he constructs his shit, it's a little more over tops. It's a little more I ain't catch it type shits going on. And some of that can be attributed to the nigga's lisp. Cause when he raps fast, the nigga does have a lisp. And I hate when like niggas like y'all try to overlook shit. Rum Nitty has a lisp. He needs speech therapy. Daylyt has a lisp. He needs speech therapy. Let's not ignore these things. These are things that can be fixed. Like these dudes are they make their money talking with their mouth, and they talk with their tongue in front of their mouth, and it makes it to where that shit don't sound right. Let's just get that out there. And that's my problem. That's one of my issues with Daylyt and Rum Nitty, and the fact that niggas sit here and act like it's not a fucking issue, it kills me, because we rappers, like, we talk like you talking and your tongue is on the tip of your fucking tooth and shit. Like, it's weird to me that no one ever points that out. But anyway, when it comes to Daylyt, man, I think he does a similar kind of thing where it's like he does a bunch of quick little witty lines. But I think with Daylyt sometimes, man, he just will say some shit and scheme. I think he schemes better than Lux. Like Lux, when Lux schemes, it's kind of like out in the open. I'm scheming. Like when Daylyt schemes, he kind of schemes under the surface. Like he do it a little slicker than him. So I don't know, man. I just would like to see that shit right there, man. But this it's YJ, man. Battle Rap AIP. I'm done chopping it up with you. I'm gonna go and get out of here.